What's going on, everyone? Well, thanks for checking out another of my videos. So I'm out here today with Ahmed.
Good morning, guys.
We're on San Francisco Bay. It's first time being out here in a while, and we're targeting halibut. It's really early in the season, middle of February. The water is 55.2 degrees. We're in some cold water for halibut, but we'll see if we can get on them. We got a decent tide this morning. Maybe we'll get one, who knows? We'll show you here what we're using for bait. We got some frozen herring that I caught in a spawn out here, so you can't really get much better bait than that. Decided to get those going. And we'll be using them on two different types of rigs. We got that Dodger right there. Kind of do a little how-to video today with the trolling. We don't have any live bait this time of year usually. And then I got that flasher and a crippled herring head on there. So we'll go ahead and get those rigged up, show you how we do it, and we'll get trolling. All right, so if you guys watched my video when I caught all these, caught them with Nick Fish out here in the bay, and we got 600 or something like that in 20 minutes. It was crazy. So what I didn't do is I didn't brine these or treat them at all. So we'll see how they end up. You know, that was some of the recommendations out there to brine them. I agree that would probably be a good idea. You want the hook between his eyes. You want it to go in the middle, and the treble hook towards the back here a little bit, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and give it a little bend, and we're not sure exactly what it's gonna look like until we get it in the water. So always look at your bait and then adjust it from there. So you're gonna use a toothpick to keep the herring inside of the head, and then you're gonna break it off, and then you want to apply the top hook to the tail of the fish, leave another hook trailing behind, and then pull to give it a little bit of a bend. All right, so early season halibut, what we're gonna be doing is trolling real slow, basically as slow as we can to still get some action in our bait, because the water's so cold, these fish aren't moving a lot. So if we're moving too fast, probably not gonna go after our bait. But something really slow and lazy in front of them, they might go up and lunge at it and we hook one. So we'll go ahead and try and go as slow as we can. All right, go ahead and drop yours in. Let me see the bait. I'm gonna put one more bend on it. There we go, that's better. This is the setup Ahmed's gonna be using. It's looking pretty good right there. We got our Dodger doing its thing, and then our bait behind it spinning a little bit. I think that looks pretty good there. Okay, so Ahmed's gonna go ahead and drop this down slowly to the bottom. And then, yeah, just right there. So he's felt the bottom. He's gonna go ahead and put it here in the rod holder, and then you can just finish it off from there. Okay, so now we want to be on the bottom there. So that's perfect. So I like to rock the boat to confirm we're on bottom. All right, so now you want to look at the depth. And so as that changes, you're gonna want to, yeah. And then just keep doing like the little rocky boat thing to confirm you're on bottom. All right, I think that looks pretty good right there. I mean, again, it's pretty slow, but I think that's what we want to do. I like our rotation. All right, so Ahmed's using the Akuma Komodo SS with an Akuma Monterey rod. And then I'm using the same reel, the Akuma Komodo again, and then the rod's the Akuma PCH Custom. I'll have the links in the description of those setups. This one has a stiffer rod. That one's gonna flex more. So about every 15 minutes, you're going to do a routine check to see if you have any debris on your line or if you possibly got a scratched bait. And that's what I'm doing right here. And surprisingly enough, we got first fish on the year and I didn't even know it.
Do you have a trigger?
Go mark the spot. The flag on the top left. Just hit okay now. All right, well, first one of the year. Can you hit pause on the? Can you hit pause on the music? Okay, grab the net, the soft net. It's close. It's gonna be a little hard to net. It's smaller net. Get it. Up, get him in here. I think that's a keeper. That's a keeper. Yes!
Wow.
First keeper of the year.
Good job.
There we go. Oh yeah. You got one. Or bottom. Alright. Alright, we found fish. What do we got? Keeper or no?
Borderline.
Net it or?
Yeah, net it. That might be a keeper. Ready?
Hooks are in this. Keep them down.
Let me just flip it in here.
Keep attention.
Got action, baby.
Alright, let's see. I think it might be a little short. Yep. 21 and a half. You see that? It's
Yep.
short for sure. Alright, letting this guy go. 21 and a half inches. So what I'm wondering is, this fish, has it lived in the bay its whole life, or did it just come from the ocean? You know, the smaller ones, I think they hang out in the bay over the winter months. And, you know, the big ones, they go in the ocean. 24 and a half inches. So a lot of white spots on it, which I feel like some people have said that could be indicators from the ocean. You can try and look for sea lice. I don't see any, which sea lice to me is from the ocean, but just the fact that it's so pristine in color, so white, almost looks like it came from the ocean recently, but who knows. Beautiful halibut, 24 and a half incher. So if you guys are familiar with my channel, and maybe you saw that I went for albacore last year, and I brought a piece out that I seared last night, giving Ahmed a taste test. Grab that piece right there. That's good, huh?
You tricked me and told me it's chicken.
Alright, well, there's Die Hard fishing Adam. I think he's just hooked up with one. Yeah, he's on. Let's switch to the phone right now. We can zoom in on him. Guessing it's small because he didn't grab his gaff. Oh, there he goes. Flipped it in. Might be a small keeper. Good job, Adam. It's my first time ever using the sex herring, the spawn herring. Oh, you. That's a good one, maybe.
Keeper.
Yeah, 22 inch, barely. So we're waiting for the next halibut to bite here. Let's go ahead and show you some different ways you can catch halibut on the troll. So again, I'm using a 3-way swivel down to a 16-ounce weight, a pyramid flasher. You're gonna want a lot of ball bearing swivels so your line doesn't get twisted up. So then from the flasher, you're going about 5 feet down to a crippled herring head. It's held in by a toothpick, so you just go ahead and stick the herring up, and then stick a toothpick through it. We've got 2 treble hooks. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick that one in there, have this one trail and give it a little bit of bend. So the most common and easiest way to catch these fish trolling is just using a simple halibut rig. What it is a 3-way swivel down to a snap. It's usually about 12 inches or so, and you're gonna put your weight on that, and then you're gonna have a leader anywhere from 4 to 6 feet. So then at the other end, you're gonna have your hook and your treble hook. You're gonna attach the nose of the fish, either a herring or an anchovy, put the treble hook back towards his tail, and then you're gonna pull it tight a little bit and put a little bend in the bait. Exactly how Ahmed just did right there. And then when you troll that in the water, you're just looking for a nice roll. You don't really want a tight spin or an inconsistent, weird roll. It'll do that sometimes. Just a nice, consistent roll. So again, you can just run this rig how it is, no flasher. You can add a sling blade. Ahmed, he has a Dodger on there. Or you can even put like a triangle flasher like I have on mine. So here's another kind of rig. This one's from Steve from Deadliest Cast. You can find him on Instagram under that name. He hand makes these ones. So 3-way swivel down to a snap, to a sling blade, down to a wiggle hoochie with a hook on it, so you can catch them on that. Or then you put a frozen bait behind it again, like an anchovy or a herring, hook like we already showed you. Nice, yeah, that's awesome. Definitely a good start.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
All right, man, good luck.
Thank you, you too. So it's been really slow for us over the last hour. We haven't gotten any bites. We're in the middle of the tide now. Low tide was at 8:30 and the bite was really good from 8:30 to 9:30. So right when the tide changed, the bite picked up, and that's very typical with the halibut. They're tidal dependent, has something to do with when they feed, of course. So right now we're just kind of waiting for high tide. I'm not sure if we're gonna get there since it's about 2 o'clock, several hours from now. So we'll see if we can pick up a fish here in the middle of the tide. Hopefully we can. It's definitely been slow as of late, but Nick, Adam, boat here, we're all sitting with 2 fish each, so definitely some good halibut biting today. All right, so we use this net to try not to hurt their tail. And once we get them in, we quickly get them out of it. Hooks out, Ahmed. So this net is made from rubber. It's supposed to not hurt their tails as much. Looks a little small. No. 22. Nice. So make sure you invest in one of these nets if you're gonna come out here. Otherwise, you're gonna wanna just fling them in. You risk losing them a little bit more. And basically this is just for the close ones, you know, the ones that are 20 to 24 inches. When they're for sure keeper size, you use the gaff. Or you could use the big net, but this is the one you wanna avoid if you're not sure it's a keeper, because this nylon material will tear its tail with these bigger holes. Well, excited to get the 3rd fish on the boat. It's 11:30 now. I'm pretty sure we've caught all of our fish heading north, which is into the current today. Like I said earlier, something to just keep in mind when you're catching them, how it's going. And today going into the current definitely seems like the way to get them. And I'm not sure if that's better or not, but today it seems to be. When you're going into the current, you're going a lot slower, your trolling speed. It's gonna be about 1 mile per hour. If you're going with the current, you're going about 3 miles per hour. All right, talking to Adam here, and he's just hooked up on one. So you see Adam, he has 2 rods in right now. If you guys didn't know, he's commercial halibut fishing. Well, haven't seen the fish Adam's fighting yet. It looks like a really big one. He's having a hard time lifting it up. You guys are gonna have to check out his channel to see what it is. Well, crazy to start off the year with 3 keeper halibut on the first try with my friend here, Ahmed. Great job fishing today.
All right, we killed it.
I know, man, for this time of year, middle of February. I hope you guys learn a little bit how to troll for halibut if you haven't done it before. Please comment down below if you have any questions on how to do it, or if you have any advice for me or any of the people following. That'd be great to hear from you guys. So great day out here today. If you guys liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, later guys. Oh man, we got back to shore here washing the boat, and Ahmed spotted I had a flat tire. I mean, it was bad. Thank you, Ahmed. You see that? There was our problem.